But Mr Jones, we've made so many leaps and bounds in the normalisation of te reo. Doesn't this just feel like a massive step backwards?
But you know as well as I do, I speak the language. All of my children speak the language. But we don't turn it into a religion.
Ko ia hei whakahoki ake tōku airua e arahi ana ia hau i ngā rā o te tika, he whakahoki
He ki te peano e rā kuia me rā mātou oku.
Ai aha ko hau haere te aua o te ātārangi o te mate, ka hore he kino e wehi ai ahau.
Ki te kore mātou e mahi te tai tauira pēnei me pē ke rānei e tangatai ina puta atu i a mātou. Haka miharau ki a rātou.
At first, Shane Jones was a strong advocate for the Māori language, Māori culture, and took many other progressive stances.
Ko te tau ko tahi mano iwa rau whitu te kaumā waru, ka timata hau ki te whare wānanga ki ākarana. I tērā wā, hāngai tunua no ku whakaaro ki ngā kaupapa tōranga pū mo te reo Māori, ngā whenua Māori. I ahu ake mātou ki te āwhinu i era torongo mātou i roto Ngāti Whātua.
In 2005, Helen Clark encouraged him to become a politician in Parliament, and disgusted by Don Brash's racism against Māori, he agreed and joined the Labour Party.
E rua mano mā rima. I tono a Helen i ahau pēhana mene e kake ai koe ki runga i te hoiho tōranga pū. No te kawa o ngā kōrero i puta i a Don Brash kā tahi au ka tino mōhio. Ko te rōpū reipa, te rōpū hei kaupare atu, hei ārai atu i ngā mahi hakahāwea pēra.
In turn, after Helen Clark left New Zealand politics, Jones supported her for the United Nations top job.
E ai kia Shane Jones ka hore he wahine i tua atu mo te tūranga whai mana nei.
Ako tana hene ngaro he koi. Me pēnei te koro me tana u ki ana mahi.
Jones had scolded the Māori Party for not speaking up and for not loudly advocating for Paul Henry's suspension after his racist jokes on breakfast in 2010.
Paul Henry won't be fronting breakfast tomorrow morning because he's been suspended. Is that appropriate punishment, do you think?
I think Paul has to go. It's that simple. I mean...
Māori leaders haven't been very vocal about this. So why are you saying that?
Pete, why have you guys not turned on Television New Zealand? The two most senior Māori parliamentarians are you and Tari, and your voices have been silent. No, he must go.
General.
He must go.
Top job.
Yeah, definitely.
He also stood firmly against those who perceive climate change as an issue that can be ignored or treated with indifference.
They mistakenly think, sir, that climate change, for example, is the political province of lotus eaters. They make that error and imperil their long-term profitability.
In 2014, Shane Jones was planning to leave politics. Then the National Party at the time created a role specifically for him as Pacific Economic Ambassador. This was the beginning of his shift to the right, as the National Party caused Jones to be conflicted between his job and his Māori advocacy.
Mahanga kia hau ara te manatu aorere, a hau te kai tautoko. Kia whakatoko mahangi ai te hunga, mai ngā mautere, hare mai ki konei huti āporo ai, kōwhaki wainai. Engari kei kona te tari atawhai, e me ana rātou kāhore, kauarau e tuku kia piki tonu. Me huri atu ki te kohi te rangatahi Māori te tuatahi.
This discomfort was shown when at a 2014 Pacific Day seminar, he confided in the crowd that they are much less hostile than those in politics.
My name is Shane Jones, and after 9 years in politics, I find this audience very much more friendly. Thank you very much.
Some of Jones' beliefs were still hanging around when he was pushing for a role in New Zealand First. This made Winston wary if he should take him on or not. And even while in New Zealand First in 2019, he still held on to some beliefs. He, for example, scolded farmers for ignoring their duty to act in accordance with New Zealand's international commitments to fight climate change.
Farmers have come under fire for their reaction to government efforts to limit the effects of climate change. The Minister for Regional Economic Development, Shane Jones, has accused farmers of ignoring their duty to act in accordance with New Zealand's international commitments for years and says they're politically biased.
But after Nationals and Winston's influence, his dinners with mining lobbyists, culture war opportunism, and ignoring the advice and warnings of his past self, Shane Jones became a shell of what he once was.
Teina he tuakana whakakake, he hororawa te kite, I te he o ngā mahi e metia mai ene tetahi atu, he pūhoi te kite i ngā he I roto i aku mahi anō.